So the best way to make sure you can have an awesome day is to have a really powerful morning ritual. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick whip around what I do each morning to kind of get focused and ready for my day. And this is going to be really quick. I teach this stuff in mentoring and in workshops for creative people. And it takes hours and hours to go through this. But when I show people this, they seem to find this interesting and inspiring in some kind of way. So I'm gonna run you through it. So the first thing is the daily practice that I talk about. So I'm just going to show you my daily practice card. So that's it there. And I have basically my morning routine is on there. So I have walk, exercise, my journaling, going over my goals and my promise plan. I plan my day and then I email my mentor. And then the rest of the day, there's other stuff. I've got to do singing, I check in with my finances. I do a review at the end of the day and then I email my mentor again at the end of the day. And then I celebrate and I update my weekly list, right? So there's some of my morning routine. So the first thing I do, I get up, I have 2 glasses of water, I get my shorts and my sneakers and I head out the door. I go for a walk and then I go for a run along the beach. While I'm doing that, I'm doing incantations and I'm doing gratitude and visualization. And then at the end, I'm doing really powerful incantations to get me in a really positive state of mind for the day. So I'm repeating things like all the power I need is within me now. Just reminding myself that everything I need is actually within me right now. So I do that. I come home. This morning I had my green smoothie. So I have, pretty much a liter of that to get hydrated, more hydration, to get the energy up. Then I come in here. I do that 10 minutes of journaling. So that's just sort of planning the day or just processing whatever's in my mind. I find it such a helpful tool to get more clarity and highly recommend doing that. So then I go through, do my daily plan. So here's my plan for today. It's really, it's a simple thing. I just lay it out like this. So, I'm going to the studio today and I've got a rehearsal in the evening and then I factor in travel time and, packing and stuff like that, just to make sure my day is laid out in a way where it's going to work and it's going to be awesome. I also come up with 3 main objectives for the day, just to help me stay focused. So, I want to make sure that I do studio work when I'm at the studio, not just go there and faff around and, jump on the internet or whatever. So stay focused, make sure I do my singing practice, and then after rehearsal, I want to do a review of my 6-month plan, which I'll get to. So I lay out my day. That's when I email my mentor, and that's what I send to him, those 3 things that I'm going to do that day. And that helps me stay accountable to my plan. So once I've done my writing, I go over my goals. So I'm going to quickly show you what that looks like. So this is part of it. This is part of my morning ritual. You can see there. I go through this and I review kind of, my ultimate vision, ultimate purpose, parts of my identity I want to reinforce as code of conduct, my standards, who I need to be and what I need to do to have what I want to have. Go over things like this. This is something that's helpful to remember. And the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. So that's just to help me stay focused. Here, I'm not going to go over this, but this is basically my 6-month plan for all the different categories of my life that I keep track of. This is a brainstorm of how to put the album together and how to do an album release. This is a social media plan I came up with. But here are my end of month goals. So I do this at the start of each month. I set out what I'm aiming to achieve by the end of the month. So here you can see record the album, drums, overdubs, bass, vocals, guitar, send a package to Rick, review and create a new 6-month plan because we're coming into July, sing at least 40 hours because that's the main thing, the main skill I'm working on in my music, and then book at least $2,000 worth of gigs. Here I've got my 6-month calendar. So you can see I've been through all of this, and we're coming down to this bit here, which is the recording, which is basically happening next week. So we're actually here right now, the recording's happening, and then that's why I'm going through the review process to create a new plan, because I will create a new one of these for July all the way through to the end of the year. So once I do that, I come over here to my weekly commitment list and I check in with all this. Just make sure, okay, that's what I'm focusing on this week. That's what I've got to do. There's just a quick, sketch of the week to know what my commitments are and what I'm doing. So I go over all of that each morning. And I'll focus on different things on different days. So sometimes I'll spend more time here just getting into a really positive state and connecting to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And that helps with all the planning, and it also helps just to stay on track during the day. So my belief is the way that you start your day is generally how you'll go through your day and finish your day. The alternative to doing this, so this entire process in the morning only takes 30 to 40 minutes. But what that saves me in time during the day is infinite time. When I don't do this process, I'm nowhere near as productive. So if you want to be productive in what you want to do, then I highly recommend setting up a bit of a morning routine, even if it's sort of half the time of all that. Journaling for 5 minutes, going for a walk for 5 minutes, incantations for 5 minutes, going over your goals for 5 minutes. It could take you 20 minutes, and it sets you up to have a really focused day, doing things that you care about and that you want to do, that in the long term you're going to be proud of yourself for doing, and happy that you've got a life that you've created that you love. So I think that's about it. I could go into way more detail. Maybe at some point I will, but I just wanted to do a quick kind of whip around, show you my setup and how I get, ready for the day. So after this, I'm pretty much going to pack, get ready to go to the studio, prep, do some great work in the studio, and then have an awesome rehearsal because I'm recording the album next week, which I'm absolutely pumped about. It's been on the cards for a long time, and I probably wouldn't be ready to do it unless I did this process every morning. So hope that was interesting for you. Check out the links in the description below for a couple of free tunes, and also a resource to help you boost your creativity and learn a bit more about how to do this kind of stuff. All that stuff's totally free, so check it out. And I will be catching you soon. Okay, bye.